Welcome, everyone. It's Grandma Mo, and we're covering the UConn Huskies, number one team in the country. And, they had a decent uh, effort from, well, actually, more than a decent effort from the Marquette Golden Eagles. They were within, it was less than 15 points at the end of the third quarter. I mean, Marquette was hanging. You don't see too many teams doing that. And good for Marquette. They played pretty well. And, UConn got their normal output. AZ Fudd, 25 points. Sarah Strong got 22. KK Arnold had 10. Ashlyn Shade had 6. Not too much off the bench. El Alfie had 4, and Heckle had 2. They usually have a little bit more than that. And Allie Zabel, she didn't score at all. She played 25 minutes, didn't score at all. So that's a little weird. But, Marquette didn't win, but congratulations to Marquette for hanging with UConn. I mean, they only lost 71-56. I mean, that's a... If I were Marquette, I'd go home feeling good. I mean, with how much UConn's been killing people, it's I'd feel pretty good about that. So, it was a 3-point game at the end of the first, which, UConn's had that happen a few times. But usually by halftime, they're up by, 10 or 20 points. And, it was about 10 points, I guess. They outscored them 23-14, but then Marquette 21-20 in the third. UConn outscored them by 1, and then they only outscored them by 2 in the fourth, 14-12. So, let's take a look here at the shooting percentage. UConn shot 45%, which that's okay. I mean, that's pretty good. But Marquette only shot 37, and then they only shot 25% from 3. Marquette actually out-rebounded UConn. UConn had more assists, 17-13. Marquette had too many turnovers. They had 20. That's always a killer. You have 22 turnovers, you're in trouble. Points in the paint, UConn outscored them 42-28. Foul shooting was good for both. UConn shot 35% from 3. Normal, pretty good game for UConn, but Marquette gave them a battle for once. I mean, maybe that had to feel good for UConn to get at least a battle with some team. I mean, it's better than winning by 40 or the last game was 50 points. So for Marquette, you had Forbes with 14 points. Lee Volker had 15. She was the leading scorer for them. Mason had 11. Vice had 7. Perkins, she had 4 points. You had a number. The rebounds were kind of spread out. Like Vice had 7, Mason had 8, Volker had 7, and Forbes had 7 for Marquette. And then off the bench, Badalko had 2. Mulemans had 3, and that was it for the scoring for Marquette. But UConn, let's see here. We went over that already. But just 2 players off the bench scored, and that was it. But it was enough to get the job done, just as always. I mean, UConn got the job done. It was a little closer than, I was expecting, but hey, a win's a win, right? Okay, so next, UConn has Villanova coming up. Let's see here. Villanova's on Wednesday, and then Providence, Georgetown, and then they end with St. John's. And then we're into March Madness where all this stuff just comes together. So, another win for UConn. Good game for the most part. Good game for Sarah Strong and AZ Fudd. They did their part scoring-wise, but, the rest of the UConn team didn't quite... they're going to need to step up when they start playing these better teams. But, it might have been a one-off. I mean, Allie Zabel has been scoring like crazy, and just to have her not score at all was, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, pretty good game for UConn. They did what they needed to do, and they got the win. So, another warm-up for March Madness and the Big East Championship. I don't think anybody's going to give them any kind of challenge in the Big East. But, watched the LSU and South Carolina game, and, they missed a lot of shots. There was a lot of, close to the basket shots that got missed in that game. But they were both doing it, so it was a close game the whole time. It was all within a few points the whole game. And then SC pulled away in the end. But I didn't see UConn having any trouble with either of those two teams, unless they shoot bad. But I mean, that's the only thing that's going to take UConn out anyway, is if they shoot bad or someone gets hurt. That's the only thing that's going to beat them that I can see. I mean, I'm watching quite a few of these teams, and I don't see anybody beating them. I mean, I think the only thing the only team, I think, if they play really well and they don't get busted up by the press like they did last year, is UCLA. UCLA's playing well too. But they just have a different type of team. So it's hard to know how you're going to match up. And I know last year in the Final Four, UCLA just got completely... the press threw them. But they have different players in the back. I mean, Kiki Rice is there, but they have different players in the backcourt this time. I don't know if UConn will match up with them or meet up with them like they did in the Final Four this year. But I don't know. We'll see. But from what I saw, South Carolina and LSU, I don't know if they can match UConn. But, any game, anybody can win at any time. All it takes is a bad shooting night and you're done. So, but that's it for this one. UConn gets another win. They are still the number one team in the country. And everybody's looking up at UConn. Okay, we'll see you next time.